Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne Mondu. I am the author of The Adventures of Anuk, The First Leap, and thank you for joining me in this reading. As I mentioned earlier in my previous videos, I will be doing a reading of the first chapter for everyone to enjoy, and we have already gone through reading 1 and reading 2, and now we are on reading 3 of the chapter 1, Book of Poems. And we just finished when Anuk has met Aya. And Aya has said to Anuk, "Are you ready to leave this evening?" Continuing with the third reading of chapter 1, Book of Poems, The Adventures of Anuk. Anuk stared at the thick gray and white fleck fringed at the top of Aya's head. Her yellow-orange eyes gazed up at Anuk's heart-shaped face. Anuk's shoulder-length plum-hue hair framed her soft human-like features. The Aya signed dramatically. "You have grown into the young woman she said you would be. A lifetime ago, it seems. I can see in your eyes you read the Book of Poems. The woman in the boat told me you would read it on your 16th birthday." A long, bright pink and gold silk robe draped Anuk's long, slender frame down to just above her ankles and revealed a thin hook-like clog beneath her foot and toes. Anuk was 16 hands tall, with rosette-tinted skin like a cherry blossom flower. The image fulfilled the expected description of an Assisi Human. The color of her robe was also a reflection of the color of the horse beings of Rose Island. The horse beings were not your usual brown, russet, black, white, or gray equine beings, but instead they shone with myriads of delicate shades, facets of the rainbow. "How could she know?" asked Anuk, confused. In her enchanted voice, Aya heard the captivating musical tones of the Assisi, known to lure distracted learners into attentive mode by spoken words. Aya was pleased to know that Anuk had every wonderful external traits of the Assisi Human. It was to be a long journey, and the sweet, strong voice of Anuk would be important as she came into her destiny as a leader. Anuk grasped the basket definitively in her long, slender hands with solid blue nails. Aya stepped back reflectively. At just that moment, Anuk turned to see the fossa enter the kitchen in their loping gait. "Welcome," Aya said Julia and Luca. Anuk dropped the basket onto the ground and ran to her parents. Anuk nestled into Julia's slender mongoose-like body. She asked if I was ready to leave this evening. Anuk tossed her radiant hair in protest. "I am not ready." Aya's fringe bristled. "We must travel tonight," said Aya. "Julia and Luca, you helped fulfill a promise and you prepared her well." Anuk backed away. "I don't understand why I have to go with her. Who will help you with baking? There's always so much to do." Julia smiled sadly. "My darling, we always knew one day you would have to leave us. We do not want you to go anywhere but stay here with us. We loved you as our own from the moment you came into our home. That will never change, but you have your own destiny to fulfill, to be your best self, to achieve your greatest conquest. Part of that is for you to return home, Rose Island. Aya will take you there and guide you through all your struggles." Luca held Anuk tightly in his arms. "What struggles?" Anuk asked as she hid behind her parents. "If you believe in what you read about Babirusa in the Book of Poems, you will find the courage inside you to complete this journey," said Aya, rummaging through her travel sack. "When I left you with the fossa, I left you with the Book of Poems, but I was also asked to keep a letter for you until this day. The letter comes from the woman in the boat." Aya ceremoniously removed the letter from her sack, handing it to Anuk, who shrank behind her parents. Luca took the letter from Aya's long, thin fingers. "Anuk, accept this letter and say thank you to Aya." Luca wielded his lanky tail to draw Anuk out from behind them. Anuk took the letter from her father's hand. Thank you. Anuk looked down at the letter wrapped in a thin green leaf with an onyx seal at its center. She pressed her fingers down onto the seal. The seal cracked and crumbled to the ground and the envelope revealed a silver leaf. Anuk gently opened the letter and read it out loud. The letter was written in exquisite calligraphy. The letter read, "Beings and humans to Anuk of Rose Island. Hollows Hall, empty passages, wavering waves. The stars align, your journey in sight. We thank you. Beings are the greatness of humans. Humans can be greater in its progress. We honor your return. Animal being, Babirusa." And this is the poem written to Anuk. Thank you, and I will end here for this third reading, and I will see you again. I am the author of The Adventures of Anuk, The First Sleep, Suzanne Mondu. Have a wonderful evening or a wonderful day wherever you are. Thank you.